I still gotta get my snacks sorted. I know when Ethan took a shower, I was like, you know what? I'm taking a shower as well. Hop in the shower. I wash my balls. I wash my ass. I wash my eyeballs afterwards. Yes, in that order. Then my eyes start turning red for no reason, and they start screaming some white shit. I don't even fucking know. All right.
What are you talking about? I got
Your
lost.
eyes got impregnated.
I hop out the shower, all right, and like the ground's kind of wet, so I'm like, all right. I slip and fall, and my toe gets into the entrails of like a vent, and it cuts my toe wide open. There's blood going everywhere. It hits the walls, it hits the sink, it hits my face. I'm like, ow, ow. So I'm sitting there, I'm holding my toe, it's spurting everywhere. I'm in trouble. I yell, Mom, Mom, I slipped. And she comes in there and says, "Oh my fucking god!" So we grab the towel that I wipe my ass, my balls, everything on my eyelids, and I wrap it
Butt
around the
ass
toe.
naked when you call over your mom.
I mean, at that point, what can you do?
No, no, no,
You
no.
just
I put
butt
on
ass
the
naked
underwear
next to her.
before.
Okay.
There's blood on the underwear though. It's terrible.
It was white, but now it's red.
Okay, no, no. And we're talking like some undies too, like not boxers, undies, white undies. All right, the
Tidy
Bro got whitey
whities.
tidies on?
tidy whities, whitey tidies, tidy whities. But back to the story. So my mom comes and she's like, "Oh my God, LJ, what the hell?" But she wraps that towel around my foot, and I'm like, "All right." I start limping into the kitchen, and in the kitchen there's this fucking blade, this saw blade. It was cutting up boards and shit, and there was sawdust
Oh,
everywhere.
because his finger off.
So then when I'm stepping over the sawdust, the sawdust just makes its way into my toe. It starts interacting. The atoms are bonding. They're like covalent bonds, ionic bonds. They're just getting stuck up in there. So I'm sitting there like,
Covalent bonds.
I mean, it's a gauze, technically.
but it feels weirdly satisfying. So it's like it's like painful but satisfying. So I start walking around. I'm jumping for joy at that moment. The pain don't feel right, but then I look at my toe and it is swollen as fuck. That shit is doodum doodum doodum. I can see it throbbing red with a little bit of green, and I'm like, is that gangrene? Is that
It's
gangrene?
like
Gangrene.
fucking image of SpongeBob's thumb with the
It's
splinter.
like
Oh,
it's
that's
like a,
disgusting.
it's like some rare fungi you would find on a piece of bark on the ground. All
You know
right.
what I'm talking about, LJ?
Yes, that one SpongeBob episode
Bro,
started
that's the
boom
best episode of
boom.
SpongeBob right there. The best one. Not disgusting at all.
So I'm like, I gotta get this shit disinfected. So I go across the house from the living room in the kitchen. That's where the sawdust was, alright? I open up the cabinet. Millions of pills start flowing out. I'm like, which one do I take? So I start popping them all. And,
Oh,
and next thing you know, I'm sitting on the ground, my toe fucked,
got it
and
out.
I start fucking tweaking, alright, man? I start tweaking. My hands are glowing and green and shit. I think I'm radiated, alright? The lights start LED turning from the rainbow. It's like a circle motion. It's just flowing around the room like literally. It's like a Travis Scott concert right now. The room is turning and swirling and floating. I open up the door. I see the portal to hell. I start jumping out like this is a war zone match in a plane, alright? I'm there with the parachute. I see the devil and I'm like, oh hell nah. I pull the chute. The air lifts me back up. I try and grab that door handle. I slam it shut. And I'm like, damn. That was one hell of a trip. I turn around and I see my mom taking a shower. I scream as high as possible, like a little girl. I open the door up. It's back to normal. All right. I close it. I'm like, okay.
Bubbly
And
shit.
then and my mom's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, you were taking a shower, right? And she's like, no. I open up. The room's just dark now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm freaking out. And she's like, okay. Let's get that toe fixed. I'm like, toe? I look down, and my feetsies are like octopus type tentacles. I'm like, I'm genuinely, it's just, I'm scared. I'm like, Mom. She's like, wake up, wake up, wake up. So I rise like it's a new day upon the days. And now I'm in school.
It just keeps
My
going.
friend, it's like one of those little jumps. You be like taking a little nap on a desk, and then like you just have that sudden jump, like you wake yourself up.
Or you're like a dream.
So I'm staring at my teacher. My teacher's teaching away, and all I can understand is. I'm like, whoa, whoa, and all my students, I am the teacher now, by the way. I'm the teacher now. It's switching roles. I look at the student, I say, fuck you. I open the door, I head to the principal's office, and I say, principal, can I get a goddamn raise up in this bitch? These kids are retarded. And the principal looks at me like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I think I might have to fire your ass just for saying that, alright? I'm like, are you serious, my nigga? Oh, shit. I walk out, I go into the car. Miss Patricia, she's right there in the seat. I say, I got nothing to go. You want to go on a date? So we head to this, like, Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen. Yes, the worst version. It's like one of them shitty restaurants before he upgrades it. We spent about maybe $100. I don't know. It's shit. And I'm sitting there eating it. I'm like, alright. And then she takes a big handful. She shoves it. Her fingers are like grubby. No, like, fingernails. No pain and nothing. She just starts grabbing in there. She's grabbing in there. She's. I look at this bitch and I go, damn, that's hot. I start drooling out the mouth, bro. I go, Miss Patricia. Ain't the only thing I'm gonna be teaching tonight. But ignore that. She fucking dies immediately. I don't know what happened. She shit on the toilet too
Spontaneously
bad.
died.
They must have been feeding in the like bleach or whatever. It was terrible. And I go back to the cook. I'm like, bro, she fucking dead in the bathroom, hanging over from the toilet drooling. What was in that? And he said, mustard gas.
Hey, that's the recipe of mustard gas.
And I looked at him and I said, why am I dead? Alright? And he said, well, you might be immune to mustard gas. And I go with this revelation. I could become a millionaire. I could sell my blood for millions and billions of dollars, maybe trillions. So I go up to the scientist. He was luckily at the kitchen as well. He was in the back of the kitchen. He was a dishwasher person.
So convenient, dude.
Yeah, I know. I walk up to him, I talk to him, I'm like, hey, bro, I got this blood. It's immune to mustard gas. How much we talking? He sets down this huge table. We're at a dinner, right? It's at the top of the world spiral. It's like the Eiffel Tower, and we're sitting up there, right? And I'm like, I'm not paying for this meal. Can we split it both ways? He's like, I don't know. But I'm like, alright, I'll sell my blood if you pay for the dinner. He's like, deal. So he takes a little shot of my blood and he says, oh shit, that was a dirty ass syringe.
You get hepatitis?
Oh no, not again. Luckily, it was just water. He fucked up. I don't know why he had a syringe full of water, but we good. So he takes the syringe, he goes to his science lab, luckily at the top, right next to the dinner table. I don't know how it's convenient, but he starts testing, he's like, this is about 98.97% here, right? It's like almost perfect. So he sits there, he tests it, he goes back to that, and then he injects it into his wife because his wife was not immune to mustard gas. She got injured during World War One.
She's just been suffering ever since then from mustard gas
Yes,
poisoning.
and she needed that. And she was only like 50 years old, but she had children that were also affected, and those children weren't doing well back and then. So he injects her with the thing, and now she's like, I care. She starts jumping for joy, and children, they get cured soon after. You would think they would die instantly. No, they don't die instantly. He actually pulls out a 12 gauge shotgun and blows all their brains out.
Oh, that's so
The
sickening.
doctor, I mean. It was
So
actually pretty
sickening.
tragic. I was sitting there, I was eating like a popcorn chicken. It was like playing on the screen. They never existed, alright? That was always a figment of my imagination. We're actually watching a movie, and in the movie, we watched this person get the cure for mustard gas. So it's like all that never existed. But hey, Patricia's still there. I don't know how she got into the movie, but she's right sitting next to me. I said, oh, I thought you died. And she's like, no, that was just part of the skit of the movie. That was just a double. So I'm like, so did the double die? She's like, yeah, the fucking double fucking died instantly. I'm like, damn, that's tragic. So then she starts giving me a blowy. Alright?
Okay.
Oh, it's Ethan her.
No, and then after she gets done, she looks up at me, and it's just Ethan.
How
It's
did
just
you forget
Ethan.
that? Ethan
I'm
just.
like, Ethan, no! I tell him. I tell him to get away. He's like, come here, you're my little pokey bear. I'm like, no, that's gay. Get away from me, you fucking faggot. So I get out the movie theater. I'm just existing because, I got fired because that fucking principal was a dick. So I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. Let me go home. I hop in my sedan, like an early 2000s Chevrolet sedan. Pretty shitty. First beater car. Never could upgrade because it was so poor. So I head back home where I live with my mom. I open the door and I just see something so horrific that I'll never forget. I see my dad fucking my mom. It was so traumatic to the point where I started
The
bawling in
indignity.
tears. How could my dad ever fuck my mom?
Crazy.
So I sit there, I'm like, why? Why? She looks at me and says, how do you think you were born?
No. The revelation.
That's later you're waiting the ER room.
The revelation.
The end.
I just clipped all of that. I'm gonna upload it.
I hear opening up a menu.
Last 15 minutes or last 30 minutes? What are we thinking?
30 minutes.
And were you talking that long?
Yeah, it was about 22 minutes.
I might have to trim it a little bit. Hold up. Like circumcise it a little bit.
Low taper fade.
Nope, circumcision. Just a little one. Tiny circumcision.
Did you like the story?
LJ, I honestly didn't know what you were talking about till like 10 minutes in. I thought you were actually telling a real story.
Yeah. At first I was like, really?
I was like, did that actually happen?
That was
You actually cut your toe off or something?
I know, I was like,
That was a real story.
that was about to ask, why would you take pills?
I was like, were you actually tripping balls off of like the pills or something?
And why would you be just like eating it like candy?
That was 1% of my power, guys.
Hold on. I need to figure out where you started telling this.
You'd be a
True
good
story.
lawyer because everybody'd be so lost. They think
Like,
you
yeah,
have a
what,
good
like,
point.
what is happening?
Because they zone back in at the end of it.
It all wrapped around, honestly.
No, what happened?
We never got closure on how my toe was doing though.
No.